Right, we're up at Allenmouth. I've got Ritchie with me. Say up, Ritchie.
Hello.
Starting to do a bit of flatty bashing, see if we can pick some species up as well. Set up using, I've got my conti rod with the Ortega 5,500, just a two-hook flapper with some bling on it, a couple of pop-up beads, and a size 8 Sakuma hook. That's all I'm doing. It's really small stuff. Same on this one. Some sequins, pop-up bead, glow-in-the-dark bead, size 8. Just a 3 ounce pyramid lead with a long tail. You don't really need to be casting far here. Ritchie's got his Shakespeare agility flatty rod. It's 10'6". Just a little Daiwa fixed spool. And that's it. I'll get baited up, get out, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Ritchie's just had a bite, is it on? No. No, he missed it. Useless, mate, useless. Definitely not on. A lot of small flatties here, you know. Crab. Yeah, he's got one. Nice little flounder. Another one for your species, Ritchie.
Yep.
Rig Ritchie's using is one up, one down, with the pop-up bead on. So just basic rig really. That's all you need here. Oh, I'm getting a knock there. Look, vibrating away. Let's see if I can show you the tip. Tapping away. I've just had one, another little one, very slightly smaller than Ritchie's. So first 2 casts, first 2 fish. It's always a bonus. Saves a blank. I swallowed the hook, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but it's what you get for using like really small hooks. I wanted that worm. Good here. I'm going to just cut the line on this, I think. Yeah, we'll cut the line. Yeah, it's right down its throat. Right, I'll get this unhooked. I'll see you in a bit. I'll show you how I'm baiting up. Because we're using such small hooks, I like to use a baiting needle. You thread your ragworm up, I like to leave the tail dangling. There's a little hole in one end. And just slide it up over like that. It just leaves that tail curling around in the water. Then what I do, get a couple of things, slithers of mackerel. Doesn't have to be too anything too flash. Just simply put through like that. Same on that one. That. In fact, that's probably a little bit big, to be fair. Of a stop bead, just leave it just above so it leaves a little bit of movement. And that's it. Simple as. Rig body's a bit excessive, it's £50, but the snuds are only £12 amnesia. Which is getting some rattles there. Again. think that's on, mate. I'm sure that's on. Go on, I'll let you do your thing. Is he on?
Yeah.
Not a bad little rod, those little Shakespeare agilities. People knock them, but for this sort of work, when you're only chucking 30 or 40 yards with a 2 ounce weight, more than enough. Oh, what's he got there? He's got a little bass. Nice one, mate. Oh no, it's not, it's a little coley. Is it? Little coley? Yeah, little coley. I thought that was a little bass then. Let's do a Flatties there. Felt a lot bigger than it was, so we'll get these unhooked, get them put back. Conti rods generally, to be fair, they are for distance and this sort of fishing, but at distance. Now it's a bit big for fishing here, but I love using it, so it works. Like I said, you don't need to be fishing everybody's obsessed with cod. If that's your thing, then that's your thing, fair enough, but there's not many cod showing at the moment. So you fish for what's available, which happens to be them. Get these unhooked, get them put back. A little rattle on mine there. The tide's starting to come in quite quick. It is, so we'll have to move in a minute. I'll just pass you that a sec. Another one. Spot over the hooks. Up the hook size, I think, a little bit. Cracking knock on Ritchie's then. Is he on?
Here's a small.
It's just starting to rain here, so I think what we might do. Nice, there's notes on that. It's just starting to rain here, so I think what we might do is move down to Blyth quayside and drop down the side with the LRF as well. Kick him well. Might be a double header this. It's a bit bigger. It's a lot bigger. Nice size lamb, that. Fat fish. Pushing a pound. been swallowing these hooks, mind. I've upped the hook size to a, I think it's a Sakuma worm hook. Still seem to be wanting to swallow it. Get that back, I don't think. No. Easiest thing to do when it gets like that is cut the hook, cut the line as close to the hook eye as you can. Hooks will rust away. A couple of days, the hooks will rust away fine. It's by far and far the most humane thing to do, other than trying to gouge the hook out the fish's mouth, because it's not nice on the fish. Obviously, you're going to end up killing the fish. Whereas, like that, you pretty much guarantee the hook certainly within a week, it'll have rusted out. She's just had a cracking knock there. She's got a fish on. It's a good bite. I've just had a small collie as well, but by the time I'd reeled it in, it wasn't worth getting the camera out. What's he got? What's he got? Another flatty. Gives a smile and blinders. A nice little tap on this there. I don't think it's empty. If there is, it's postage stamp size. What we're going to do is the tide's pushed us right back up again the bank here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down to Blyth, just be lazy and fish out the car for a bit, drop the LRF down the side, because you do get one or two mini beasts there as well, just for an hour, and then head home. I'm on my way down to London tomorrow, so early night-ish. It is what it is. Like I said, you don't need to be fishing with big hooks for the flatties. I have had flatties the size of my hand take 6 O's, and what they tend to do is they'll spin the bait round and swallow the shank of the hook, so the points, the gape sticking out the mouth. I've had that numerous times. Like I said, it is what it is. Conti was probably a little bit big for here, but it does show the bite detection up somewhat amazing like. That's about it really. I'm going to take this rig apart, make his way down to Blyth, and I'll see you when we get down there. Back my muckers, we're down on Blyth quayside. There's a hell of a lot of colour in the water. It's probably, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like tea. It's proper dirty. Don't think that's going to help too much. There's a couple fishing down a bit further down there. I don't think they've had out. We've got the same setup, same rigs and everything. We're just dropping the LRF just close in down the side. So rod I'm using, because I still haven't replaced the rod from Wales, is me Any Fish Anywhere lure and bait. It's actually a lure rod, it's a spinning rod, but it's 7 to 21 grams. So it'll do for the time being until I get a new rod. But not a deal happening at the moment. There isn't. So, right, see you guys in a bit. So Ritchie's had a knock. I'm not sure whether it's a crab or a fish. Oh, it's a weed fish. It's a weedy fish. Nothing much happening on mine. I've just had a crab on the LRF, a little velvet swimmer. It's Ritchie's LRF. It's the Sonic Rock Champ. 0.5 to 7 gram, I think it is.
1 to 7.
Oh, 1 to 7, he says. The rig that I'm using is just a standard rig that I use. Little ounce weight down there, up to a couple of sliding stopper beads, snud with the hook on. And then I've got me my rig body there, simple as that. This lander's the world's smallest codling. It's a pretty little thing, just like you. Just had a cracking knock on this. I don't know whether it's a crab or what, but probably a crab. On it. Don't on it, it's tiny. Yeah, it's tiny. See, told you. You wouldn't think such a small little whiting would give such a good bite. Oh no, it's a little codling, sorry. Is it? Oh no, it's a little whiting. Little speckles on it, beautiful little fish. I'll get put back.
Enough.
I think so. It's a good bite, right? You see that, getting plenty of rattles on that. Ritchie, how does that say? Chuck that straight back out. That's that. I've just had a little long spine sea scorpion on the LRF. That's another one for the species. That's put me on 6. Not bad in a week's work. I'll get it put back. Which has just had a nice nice little dab. Bonny little fish. Some bonehead further down that way. It crossed over his line, so it was a bit hard to tell whether he'd got the bite, but there's black marking on it there, look. Well, nice little fish.